concern with people. I've got stage 1 cancer, so I'm a lot safer than if I had stage 4. And oh, I have stage 4 cancer, so there's no hope for me, and etc. Um, Briefly, what the staging is, and I want you to know up front that the staging, as far as I'm concerned, is totally irrelevant, according to the way that it's staged by conventional medicine. Stage 1 means basically that it's a cancer has arisen in a tissue, breast, pancreas, colon, and it's still in that original spot and hasn't really done too much growth. Stage 2 is it's kind of broken through that organ, and you know. Stage 3 is it's actually gotten into lymphatics, lymph vessels, and stage 4 is it's gone to another organ completely. Let's look at stage 4. A woman has a breast tumor, and it just starts peeking its head through the skin. It's stage 4. A man has colon cancer, and it's spread to most of his liver, his lungs, his brain, and his adrenal glands. He has stage 4. So clearly, those are not at all the same, nor do they carry the same prognosis. Okay. Now, let's talk about cancer and its growth. You know, when it's the average doubling time of a cancer cell is 100 days. Average. Okay? So you get a cancer cell today. One cell becomes cancerous today. Okay? Within a year, what do you have? 8 cells? It takes about 3 to 5 years to get 1 million cells. Well, 1 million cells, that cluster of 1 million cells, is still at least 2 to 3 years away from being detectable. Okay? So, because you need about 1 billion cells to find a lump, to find a nodule on the prostate, to find a lump in the breast. So, but at 1 million cells, which, as I said, is 2 to 3 years away from being detectable, it's already going down the blood vessels and the lymphatics. It's already doing that. So, now, 2 to 3 years later, we find that little lump, and we say, aha, it's just there. It's nowhere else. Well, that's not true. The real truth is that it's all over the place, but none of it is large enough to be detectable. Which is why when a woman with a breast tumor goes into the surgeon and they get out, they do a lumpectomy and it's successful, all the margins are clean and there are no lymph nodes, why do they still want to do surgery, radiation, and chemo? If they got it. Because clearly they know that they didn't get it. Because cancer is not a local condition. It's just manifesting in a local place. Prostate, pancreas, whatever. It is a systemic condition. It is a chronic inflammatory state that is the result of some sort of chronic irritation that has actually resulted in the mutation of certain cells. So cutting it out doesn't work. If it did, cancer would be easy. No one would be afraid of it. Oh, I got cancer. Just cut it out and we're done. No. That's not the case. Basically, whenever we find a little lump and we say you're stage 1, you're already stage 4, but it hasn't yet manifested. If we use the conventional staging. Okay. I don't use them at all. Those kinds of staging. Probably the best way I've ever had explained to me to look at staging cancer would be from a Dr. Tsuneo Kobayashi in Japan. He has 5 stages. Stage 1 is 0 cancer. Stage 5 is 1 gram of cancer, which is what usually is here in the West, stage 1. That's his stage 5. His stage 3 is about 2.5 to 3 years away from being clinically manifest. So I really like his staging. And he looks at all different parameters, way different than the way we do. So I just wanted to clear that up and help people understand it. But please understand that whatever stage, wherever the cancer is, you still have to do the same things. Your biochemistry has to change so that your body is no longer producing cancer. Okay, and that's probably the foundation of what we do. Then we have modalities for targeting and getting rid of that cancer that's there. And then we have other modalities for stimulating the immune system so that it can take over and you don't have to stay with us too long. You know, we want you to be able to go back home and enjoy your life and get back to your life. So those are the 3 aspects of how we deal with it. But if we don't do the first one, which is teach you how to stop making cancer, then it really doesn't matter how good we are at getting rid of it, cutting it out or doing whatever, because it'll be back.